10 people were killed, 3 others injured during a mass shooting at a grocery store yesterday afternoon in Buffalo. A white 18-year-old walked into the supermarket wearing military gear and live streamed the shooting with a camera on his helmet. The shooting is being investigated as a hate crime and an act of racially motivated violent extremism. 11 of the people shot were Black. Brian Higgins is a U.S. congressman who represents and lives in Buffalo, and he joins me this morning. Mr. Higgins, nice to see you, unfortunately under these circumstances. I understand the suspected gunman was not from Buffalo. There are reports that he sought out this neighborhood because it is predominantly Black and went there to cause this harm and these deaths. What are you hearing about the motive and why he came to your city?
Well, 10 people are dead. 3 are seriously injured. 1 shooter with an assault rifle with a 180-page manifesto about replacement theory. And this is a racially motivated act of domestic violence that is tearing apart a community. Tops Market is a chain of supermarkets in the Buffalo area, and there is one on Jefferson Avenue, the site of the incident, which is a predominantly African-American community.
It would seem as well, according to reports, Congressman, that the shooter had previously made threats about school shootings, he was being watched for mental health issues, and yet he was still able to obtain weapons, and he was still able to cause this to happen. What goes through your mind knowing those things?
Well, we need to do better. Assault weapons do not belong in the hands of people like this individual. He drove 300 miles to this site, knowing it was a predominantly African-American community, and exacted terror in about 5 minutes, shooting 13 people, 10 of whom are dead, 11 of whom are African American, and the individual, according to the FBI report this morning, also staked out the place weeks before the incident that occurred yesterday. So this was premeditated, it was racially motivated, and it is domestic terrorism. And this is a problem, not only for us in Buffalo that we're dealing with in the immediacy, but we're also dealing with this nationally. Violence, guns are in the hands of the wrong people. The police officers are outgunned by these people that are barbaric and vile. And we are finding strength within our community, and hopefully we can get beyond this. But there is, a lot of healing that has to occur.
We were talking earlier with a couple of American reporters about what could be done in the face of this. There is not a sense that Congress is willing right now to take a strong stand on gun control because of the midterms and other factors. What is your sense about whether this will move anything on gun control?
Well, the vast majority of Americans support background checks. I support a ban on assault weapons. These shootings in Buffalo and throughout the nation have a common thread through them, and that is typically one shooter with an assault rifle killing an extraordinary number of people in a very short period of time. This is not ideological, this is commonsensical, and hopefully this most recent incident will help to move Congress in a direction to enact reasonable gun safety legislation to protect the American people and the people of Buffalo and Western New York.
Just have a brief moment left, Congressman, but I believe you're going down to the grocery store where this happened later, and I wonder what you're going to say to the community that is probably reeling, obviously, with this tragedy.
They are. I heard a lot of people along the roadway on Jefferson Avenue saying, why do they hate us? And just asking that rhetorical question. And it is with an inflection of grief. So we're going to encourage the community to stay together, to stay peaceful, and that justice will in fact be done.
Congressman Higgins, my condolences to your city this morning. Thank you for making the time. I do appreciate it, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.